First pitch moments away, and on the hill today, Max Fried. Tell us about him in that sub-3 ERA, Singy.
Well, anytime you can keep your ERA under 3, you're doing a lot of things right, and you're putting your team in a position to win a lot of ball games as well. And he's doing tremendous out there on the mound. Every time he gets the ball, you expect him to go out there and dominate. And that's what he's been to this point. We'll see how he is today.
Trey Turner at the plate. Clips the corner, and we're underway. Next offering in there for a strike. No balls, 2 strikes. And that skips into dirt. Fouls it off, still 1-2. Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another.
Pretty good pitch there to take a rip at. He wants to get his arms extended. He likes the ball away from him a little bit, just not able to square it up.
And he hits a ground ball right side. He takes it on his own. 1 up, 1 down. And time now for the Phillies lineup. Someone who makes things happen for them, in part with his legs, Trey Turner.
Tops on the team in batting average, Boog. A guy who's showing off some excellent bat-to-ball ability when he digs in at the plate. You know, that's useful if your team needs to get an inning going, get a leadoff man on. But it's also incredible to have a guy like that in the lineup because he's a run producer who can drive in runs if you've got guys on base already. So he's a huge piece in this lineup.
Kyle Schwarber in the box now. No balls and a strike.
No ball.
Well, sometimes as a left-handed hitter, you know you're going to see at least 1 or 2 breaking balls in the at-bat. So why not go up there ready to hit that first one? Just couldn't barrel that one up.
1 down, base is empty. That one pushed to the left and foul.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Foul ball, still a 1-2 count.
Pitcher having a pretty tough time getting that swing and miss. 3rd foul ball in a row.
Got him looking. That's a strikeout.
No, just couldn't pull the trigger on the fastball right there, and I don't think he was taking it, thinking it might be a called ball or anything. I just think he was flat out frozen. Did not expect that location, in my opinion.
Bryce Harper to the plate. Check swing, and he went. Strike 1. Two out, space is empty. Next offering is in for a strike.
That big curve inside is a pitch that can buckle you a little bit. Looks like a fastball out of the hand and then just drops over that inside part of the plate.
And a good eye there.
Well, he's not afraid to fall into a 2-strike count. Knows the strike zone very well. So much so that I think umpires will look at him and determine whether it's a ball or strike, if he swings or not.
That one outside. 2-2.
This guy's a fun guy to watch taking at bat. He just battles up there. He doesn't take a pitch off at all. Makes it so difficult on the pitchers out there. You can tell they get frustrated with how long it takes to put him away.
Cut on and miss. Curveball struck him out. Phillies go down quietly in the inning. And now the Yankees will see what they can do. No score. It's Major League Baseball on the show. And we're back. And on the hill here today, Jesus Luzardo.
Well, coming into this game, hitters are batting under 250 against this starting pitcher. So it just shows you how effective he's been. He's been able to move his pitches around, add and subtract, change up the look so that hitters don't get too comfortable and start squaring up the baseball. We'll see what he's got in this one.
Check swing. He went too far, and it's a strike. Luzardo, 27 years old, and they went out and made a trade for him last season. That's in there. That is strike two. Hot shot to third. That takes care of Grisham. As we take a look now at the New York Yankees lineup. This has been a good, productive lineup so far this year. Currently ranking among the better teams in terms of total hits and runs per game.
Well, you know, this lineup sees it as very important to put the ball in play, Boog. I mean, this is an age where strikeouts are up so high and guys are swinging and missing, going for the fences. But if you can increase that contact rate, you can be a dangerous club. You get more guys on base, and then all of a sudden, when that big swing comes through, you're plating more runs. So we'll see if this pitcher can get some soft contact. Let the defense work behind him.
Pitch misses, and the count is 1-1. Bellinger's a brilliant defender, whether in the outfield where he won a Gold Glove in right, center field, or at first base. The footwork he attributes to playing soccer as a kid. And Bellinger is a huge Premier League soccer fan.
The right fielder, Aaron.
2 outs, base is empty. Here comes Aaron Judge. What a season it's been for him. He has supplied a lot of power and that average. First pitch misses.
That's a ball.
And another ball. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. On the run, sends it over to first, and they get the out. 1-2-3, go the Yankees. Scoreless after 1. Back at Yankee Stadium, second inning set to go. And now for the Phillies, Nick Castellanos. Max Fried will go to work. Foul ball there. Swing and a ball popped in the air. And that's a fair ball.
Batting fifth, the catcher, JT.
Hooked around that pitch on the outside, but he was still able to square it up pretty nicely. And that takes quick, strong wrist to pull that off.
JT Realmuto steps in. Here comes the pitch. Runner breaks for second. That one fouled off. Castellanos aboard here at first with nobody out. Close, but called a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Time to check on our umpires. Earl Hendricks calling balls and strikes.
Yeah, well-liked umpire, Boog. Pretty consistent with his zone, so if you're familiar with him and how he works, you won't get too surprised by anything. Sometimes he'll give a little bit off the corner, but nothing too crazy at all.
Swing and a high fly ball out towards right center field. Grisham on the move, and he hauls it in.
Batting sixth, the center fielder, number 16, Brandon Marsh.
Brandon Marsh steps to the plate. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Next offering is fouled back. At 96, that pitch is in for a strike. Ground ball left side. Off balance feet. There's 1. And that's 2. 1 hit in the inning, but no one left. Down to the bottom of the second. No score. And welcome back to the
Leading off
ballpark.
for the
And
Yankees,
here's the first baseman, Ben Rice.
Ben Rice.
Luzardo back to work. That one called a strike. 0-1.
Throughout history, the fastball down has been the most successful pitch. Guys can handle a little bit better these days, but they, of course, still prefer something built high.
And now 2 balls and a strike. Gets him to chase after that one.
That pitch started in and ended up on the outside edge. Just changing planes and very difficult, especially for a left-handed hitter to track.
Full count.
Gets a piece and stays alive.
You could see he was trying to stay back long enough to handle the off-speed pitch, but just a little tardy on the fastball.
Swing and a high fly ball left field. Kepler. And there's one down.
Batting fifth, the second baseman, Jazz Chisholm.
Jazz Chisholm Jr. now. Right through there for a strike.
Looks like a really good fastball today. You can hear that catcher's mitt popping. Looking forward to hearing a lot of that one in this one.
That one off the mark, and that's ball 1. 0-0 here in the bottom of the second. Yeah, big swing and a miss.
1 and 2 is the count.
Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. Slider got him for strike 3.
He's really good hitting the baseball the other way, so credit the pitcher for
Yankees.
having him out in front of that pitch. Clearly he had him fooled.
Now it's the switch hitting outfielder, Jason Dominguez. And first offering is fouled off. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did.
0-2.
And a swing and a miss. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. Yanks held in check. We'll move to the third with no score. Back in the
Leading off
Bronx,
for
Max
Philadelphia,
Kepler at the plate.
Max Kepler.
Hit in the air, left field. Makes the catch for the out. And there's one down.
Batting it, the third baseman, Edmundo.
And here is Sosa to the plate. And that's a strike. That to right. He makes the grab. 2 away now.
Batting ninth, the second baseman, Bryson.
This is Bryson's stop. Singing he's never finished the season with more stolen bases in his entire career.
Come on, Yankees.
Swings and misses. And it's 0-1.
If I'm at the dish right now, I am aggressive over the heart of the plate. This guy's been filling up the strike zone, so you know you're going to get a good pitch to hit. And as nasty as the stuff is, you might as well take all 3 swings.
Cut on and miss, struck him out. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3. Down quickly go the Phillies. And we are still scoreless. Back in New York,
Leading
bottom of the inning, and
Yankees,
stepping in for the Yankees, Anthony Volpe. And a breaking ball drops in for a strike. Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
Threw that fastball right by him, slightly elevated. That's a confidence boost for this guy out there on the mound. See if he continues to climb the ladder.
And 1-2.
Pretty standard high 0-2 fastball right there. If you're smart, you'll look for something down in the zone, but not too far. Don't want to chase that breaking ball in the dirt.
Pitch in the dirt, and the count now even up. On the ground to third, Sosa. Throws to first in time. One gone, bottom of the third inning.
That right there is exactly why he's one of the elite third basemen in the game. Great release and strong throw to get a guy with lots of speed going up the line.
And up next for New York, J.C. Esquera. Swing and a miss. Strike one.
0-1.
One down, base is empty. And that misses. 1-1. Line drive. And no one can get there.
Batting ninth,
one down.
the third baseman,
Oswald Peraza will hit next.
Peraza.
That one
No,
missed.
that missed.
Swings and misses at the breaking ball in the dirt.
1-1.
Not close
2-1.
with that one. And that's ball 2. Fastball for a strike. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. Man at first, one away. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again.
Really great change of speeds. He goes off the off speed to the fastball, and the hitter doesn't know what's coming next.
At the belt and fires. Line to right, and that'll be a base hit. And that keeps him from advancing past second.
2 consecutive base hits for these guys here. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly. Runner in scoring position now, and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ballgame.
Grisham swings through it for strike one.
0-1.
Two on, one out. And that's way high.
That's a ball.
And it's 1-1.
Good purpose pitch right there. Trying to tease him, get him to raise his sights, pop something up, and make it an easy out.
Not even close there. Ball 2.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
Nope. Ball.
Runners at first and second. Fouls one away, and now 3-2. Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. He dives, but he can't make the catch. Stop sign goes up at third, and the bases are loaded.
He
was all over that one. Fastball, middle of the plate, jumped all over it. Absolutely smoked that ball.
Bellinger up to hit. Golden opportunity right here. And that one's a little bit low. And it's 1-0.
Well, he's just given up 3 straight hits, and now behind in this count to this hitter. Might be a good time for somebody to call a timeout. Maybe the pitching coach go out there and talk to him just a little bit.
Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95.
Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
Bases loaded, 1 away here in the last half of the third. Got him. Huge strikeout there.
Certainly a strikeout situation right there. The infield playing back, and this pitcher has to step up and get the swing and miss. Really nice job of attacking the hitter at the plate. Pretty big 2-out at bat coming up now.
Aaron Judge at the plate. Grounded out to short in his first trip. Close, but called a ball. And that's ball 1. And another ball.
Pressure's on right here. 2-0 count, bases loaded. You don't want to fall to a 3-ball count and then walk in a run. He's got to challenge the hitter right here.
Top of the zone for a called strike.
2 balls,
Laboring here. About to throw his 30th pitch of the inning. That one missing inside.
Good. He never moved because he never had time to. With that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
Right through there for a strike.
And boy, that was the pitch. 3-1. You want to be really aggressive on the fastball.
To third. Base hit. 1 run is in. And he can't come up with it. 2 runs are in. Around third. Safe at the plate, and the misplay cost them a run. And they lead by 3.
Well, there you go. The RBI machine. Another clutch run scoring at bat.
Yeah, he's been so good in these situations. Call it clutch if you want, but his resume speaks for itself. So, runner at second, 2 down. Rice now at the plate. He's 0 for 1. There's a swing and a drive. That's back there. And that ball is gone. His second home run of the series, and they add a couple more. It's 5-zip.
Already playing with the lead, and now they're celebrating a home run. They're having a great time out there. Well, I'm not really sure how he kept that fair. When you're out in front on a breaking ball like that, such a good chance that it's going to hook foul, but not this time. He kept the hands moving forward just long enough to sneak it inside that foul pole.
So up next, Jazz Chisholm Jr. First offering, and it just misses.
1-0.
And that one missing low. And that is downstairs. And now 3-0.
3-0.
That's ball 4. Tried another fastball, but missed the spot.
Definitely lost the handle during that sequence. 4 pitches for the walk, and that last one didn't even threaten the zone. Catcher might want to go talk to him.
2 outs, runner at first. At the plate, Jason Dominguez. And a foul ball. Well, Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. Swing and a base hit. Just kind of sliced that one into center. It is interesting, though, when you consider the way the game is run now. It doesn't even matter that much if your starter doesn't go that deep, because teams are really aggressively building their bullpens. Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Jesus Luzardo out of the game, and the line not closed on him yet as he's responsible for the runners on base. Back with a new pitcher after this. Here's the new pitcher for the Phillies, Ranger Suarez.
He's certainly been one of their better relief pitchers this season. The numbers are really solid, so they feel great about handing the ball over to him.
And next for New York, Anthony Volpe. He's 0 for 1. 0 1. And that one clips the corner.
And at bat like this is almost over as it begins. In this situation, you have no idea what the next pitch is going to be. You just got to hope that you can make contact.
Fouls it back with 2 strikes. 2 aboard, 2 outs. Battling here as he fouls it away. Got him swinging. All in all, 10 come to the plate. They bat around at 5 score. 3 innings complete. It's the Yankees 5 and the Phillies nothing. As we go to the top of the 4th. And here's the Phillies leadoff man, Trey Turner. Singing 4 homers in 22 games at Old Yankee Stadium. What do you remember?
Well, I remember my rookie year hitting 2 in one game. And, you know, before that game in the clubhouse, there was a gentleman there who owned a suit company there in downtown Manhattan. And he said to me, "Hey, kid, you hit a home run in the game tonight. Come over to the store tomorrow and I'll give you a free suit." So I went to the game. I happened to hit 2. When I walked into the store the next day, and he looked at me, he said, "You're trying to put me out of business, aren't you?" And that was a great experience that I had as a rookie playing against the Yankees, playing in New York. Oh, there's a 3-pitch strikeout. He can do whatever he wants with the baseball right now.
Kyle Schwarber.
And Kyle Schwarber will come up. Struck out looking his first time. So did Super Joe give you 2 suits?
Super Joe hooked me up with 2 suits.
And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Schwarber in his 10th season, 32 years old, and he's usually in the outfield. Today he's the DH. Ground ball right side, that's a foul ball. 1 out, base is empty. Foul ball, it stays 0-2. And there's a ball. Swing and a high fly ball out towards right field. Grisham settles under it. Hauls it in for the out. 2 away.
The batter, the first baseman, Bryce.
2 down, base is empty. So Harper stands in. He struck out swinging at his first at bat. That one is absolutely belted. And out of here. And they're on the scoreboard. It's 5-1.
This game just got a little more interesting with that home run. Got got to keep that front shoulder closed and your body square to the plate, especially when you're facing a left-hander. He did all those things until the very last moment where that hip just popped. Hands came through, nice little lag to it. Carried out nicely.
So 2 down, and now it's the cleanup spot for the Phillies. Nick Castellanos. That's off the inside corner. Ball 1.
1-0.
Two outs. And that one fouled off. Line drive, base hit. And that extends the inning.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
And up to the plate is JT Realmuto. That catches the top part of the zone. 0-1.
Well, he's looking great so far. It helps when over 80% of your first pitches are strikes. He might be able to go the distance if he keeps this up.
Read out of the stretch, fires.
Ball. 1-1.
Castellanos, the runner at first with 2 gone. Next pitch is outside.
Got a full count.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score it.
This one popped up. Foul ground, first base side. Rice squeezes it, and that is that. But not before they answer back with a solo home run. It's now a 5-1 ball game. Back after this on the show. Back now in the Bronx, ready to go for the last half of the game. Here's the Yankees catcher now, J.C. Esquera. On the corner for a strike. It's 0-1.
You know, these Yankees really impressing me with the quality of their at-bats in this one. It's been fun getting a chance to see them go to work. They were obviously able to run the starter out of the game in the third, so they've set the table for a win, and now I'm sure they're thinking it's time to feast.
Next offering down in the dirt. So if they're looking to feast, are you saying they've already got a plate but are looking to go back for seconds?
Yeah, I'd say something like that.
That one to first. The flip to the pitcher covering. 1 out in the bottom of the 4th.
Up next for the Yankees, the third baseman, Oswald.
And now Oswald Peraza. 1 for 1 with a single and a run scored so far. And that one is inside, ball 1. Base is empty, 1 away. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. And a strike on the outside edge.
1-1.
Up the middle, and that squirts through. So now back to the top of the order.
Now batting, center field.
So the lineup flips over. Now it's Trent Grisham to the plate. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
When you're taking your lead over there at first, you got to be very careful. This guy on the mound's got a good pickoff move.
Let's go now. Base in here.
And the 1-0. And there's a curve through for a strike. This one in the dirt.
1-2.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. The 1-2. That's inside.
got a full count.
And ball 4, 2 aboard.
His ability to draw walks has been something
Now
that's
batting,
been part
the
of his
designated
career
hitter,
since
Cody
day one.
First and second,
Bellinger.
1 out. Here comes Cody Bellinger. 0 for 2 in this one. He's got an MVP and a Rookie of the Year under his belt. And a guy who's played every day as a first baseman, every day as a right fielder, every day as a center fielder. Here comes the 0-1. On the ground to first, could be 2. Over to Turner for 1. Throw to first, but he beat it.
The right fielder, number 99, Aaron
It's Aaron Judge now.
Judge.
Siggy, he's got a history of coming through into big spots. I know I like to talk about, I'm not sure whether clutch actually exists, but you look at the numbers, and this guy always seems to deliver in those spots. Zips it to first. Judge out on the play. Out number 3. So they strand a pair. We're headed to the 5th. It's the Yankees 5 and the Phillies 1. Here at new Yankee Stadium in the Bronx, all set for the start of the inning. Here's the center fielder, Brandon Marsh. Freed, back to work. Just missed.
Well, I think it's the ability to assess the situation, understanding what the pitcher has, what he's trying to get people out on, and then being able to use the entire field.
Next offering is down low.
If you're a guy that can only hit to one field, then you're really not going to be able to come through in clutch situations because pitchers are going to adjust. But because he's able to use the entire field, that's why he's so successful in these situations.
Man at first. Now batting Max Kepler. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95. When you played, did you play with guys that you thought were clutch, and sort of what were the attributes you said that's what he possesses that allows him to come through?
Well, we always used to joke, you know, guys want to eat steak, and there were some that just had a knack, could understand that, all right, this is a big, you know, payout if I can come through with a knock here. But I think when you really look at the numbers, you really audit everything, guys kind of are who they are.
1 and 2.
In the dirt. To second, and he's out.
You know, Boog, this is the part of the game that oftentimes is overlooked. This is the grunt work. Great job of the catcher using his body to deaden that pitch, keeps it close, and then throws a strike down to second. That's all.
Right side, and foul ball. Just off the inside corner, and it's 2-2. And down on strikes he goes. He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill. So 2 down now, and here is Edmundo Sosa. Fly to right his first time. Remember Mark Kotsay was a real good defensive outfielder. Good instincts, not great speed. 2 down, nobody on. Right through there for a strike.
Yeah, and I figured you would get Kotsay into this because you had a free dinner at his house the other night.
That is true. Just missed.
Well, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or two is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
2 down, nobody on, and we're at the top of the 5th. Swinging a foul straight back. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Outside, and that is ball 4. It wasn't easy, but he earned that walk after a long at-bat.
One of the things about that two-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line or into the gap will produce a two-out RBI, and those are the best. That is, if you are the offensive side of it.
Stop. Stands in with 2 away as he takes a ball. He swings and fouls one off. Sosa off of first with 2 away.
Let's go, New York.
Next pitch misses
it.
inside, and a count 2-1. That one missed.
Here's an opportunity to do some damage and perhaps unlock this offense. 3-1 count. Be ready to turn on a fastball.
Come on, New York.
Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. Two outs. So now 2 on and 2 outs.
Not what he wanted to do there, Boog. That keeps this inning alive and gives this offense a good chance to cut into their deficit.
Trey Turner with a chance now. In the air, right field. Judge is under it. Makes the grab, and that'll do it. No runs, a hit, 2 left. Home half of the 5th coming up. It's the Yankees 5 and the Phillies 1. Back for more from the Bronx. John Shelby with my buddy Chris Singleton. It's set to get us started. Bottom 5, Ben Rice.
Let's go, Yankees.
Got it started a little too early. Strike 1.
0-1.
Stirring in the Phillies bullpen. Christopher Sanchez getting loose out there. Banks getting cranked up as well. In for a strike, and it's 0-2. Goes down swinging for the strikeout. Couldn't catch up to the heater.
Came inside with that 2-strike fastball nicely and just bunched him up on the inside part of the plate. Couldn't get around on it and catch it out front. Many times if you do, it's a foul ball. And you know, a lot of pitchers, they really don't like working inside with 2 strikes because they do not want to hit that batter. And when they've got him up against the ropes, got to figure out a way to put him away. Did a nice job right there.
1 down, base is empty. Oof. That one went straight back and got our ump right in the mask. Let's hope he's okay. Rips that one center field. Marsh makes the grab. 2 down.
The left fielder, number 24.
And stepping in for the Yankees, Jason Dominguez. A switch hitter batting right. Curveball over for a called strike.
Goodness, I think he just took the best pitch he's going to see in this at bat. You don't get many like that in that location. I don't know if you take that pitch against any pitcher out there on the mound.
Just a slow ground ball this time. Fires over to first, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. Yanks held in check. They lead this one though 5-1. Back at Yankee
Leading off
Stadium.
for
All right, we go to
Philadelphia,
the
the
top half
Kyle
of inning number 6.
Schwarber.
So here's the Phillies DH, Kyle Schwarber. Fastball for a strike. And now the count is even. Right through there for a strike.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
The first baseman, number 3.
Here comes Bryce Harper. He's already homered here in this one. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. The Yankees leading by 4, and we're the top half of the 6th. Just missed.
Ball.
That one sizzling on its way through to the outfield. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Everything came together
The right
perfectly
fielder,
for him
number
right
8,
there.
Nick
We've all seen the defensive shift make a
Castellanos.
big difference in defending against pull hitters, but it's not foolproof. He pulled it as expected, but he found a hole that time.
Here's Nicholas Castellanos. Hard hit, left field, base hit. And now 2 aboard.
Didn't take long to get a result
Up
for
next
that
for
at bat.
Philadelphia,
Just a
the
solid
catcher,
swing right there.
JT
Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great. And maybe they've got something going here, trying to get back into this one.
And first offering is fouled off. And there's the strike. Double-barreled action in the bullpen.
0-2.
Scott Efros getting loose out there for Aaron Boone. Winans also throwing. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Breaking ball misses
1-2.
down and away. Runners at first and second with 1 gone. Swings and misses, struck him out.
So far, just one of those days for this lineup. You get a couple of runners on, and you're looking at having a big inning, and that strikeout right there just pours water on the fire. You look for the next hitter to step up and try to do something, pick up his teammate and his club.
Marsh in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike. Swing and a miss, and the count is 0-2.
Just an outstanding job of spinning the baseball, moving it around, doing what he does.
And it's another strikeout for Fried. He's been good. 2 left on. 7, 8, 9 due up in the home half of the inning. It's the Yankees 5 and the Phillies 1. Back now for the bottom of the 6th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Christopher Sanchez.
And he's done a great
Number
job keeping the
61.
ball in the park this year. The
Christopher
numbers stack up with some of the best in the
Sanchez.
game.
And now,
Leading
Anthony
up for
Volpe.
the Yankees, the shortstop, Anthony Volpe.
Foul ball. Strike 2. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen.
0-2.
Orion Kirkering appears to be getting loose. To the right side, and that one handled. The throw to first, and a quick out, number 1.
Now batting, number 25.
And here's the catcher, J.C. Esquera.
Come on, Yankees.
Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95. And that is out of play. Pulls the string with the changeup, struck him out. So digging in,
Now
Oswald
batting, the third
Peraza.
baseman,
He's 2 for
Oswald
2.
Peraza.
He swings and misses at the first pitch. 0-1. Next offering is fouled back. To the right side, Harper. Handles, throws to first. 3 up, 3 down, inning over. No runs, no hits, no errors. We're through 6 full. It's the Yankees 5 and the Phillies 1. We go to the top of the
Leading off for
7th. Now the left
Philadelphia,
fielder, Max Kepler.
Max Kepler.
And a swing and a miss.
I really like how he's been attacking
ball,
hitters
1 strike.
early in at bats. He's thrown strikes on the first pitch to over 70% of the guys he's faced in this one.
Ball.
0-2 curve right there.
1-2.
Hitter kind of expects that, and good job of just showing that confidence and trying to get back into this count.
Let's go, New York.
And that one is
2-2.
inside. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
The
Aaron
bat,
Boone makes
the
his
third
way out of the
baseman,
dugout,
Edmundo
and he will make a
Sosa.
move to the bullpen. Max Fried will give way, and a nice effort out of him, no doubt. New arm coming on. We'll be back for that in a moment.
Now pitching
A
for
new
the
arm into the
Yankees,
game, the righty, Scott
number 57.
Efros.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
Here's the third baseman, Edmundo Sosa.
Let's go, New York.
And ball 1. Efros measures 6 feet 2 inches. He features a slider, a sinker, a 4-seamer, and he works in a changeup. And that drops in for a strike.
Well, that's really the money spot, down and away. If you can locate that consistently, it's going to be real tough for hitters to square that up. That's what you love to see relievers do coming out of that bullpen.
Swing and a miss at a slider.
Clearly, he was sitting on a
1-2 pick
fastball
out.
right there and just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his commitment. Now he's just going to have to battle with 2 strikes.
That's outside.
That's the
It's
ball.
2-2. Base is empty, 1 away. Here in the top half of inning number 7. One down, base is empty. In the air on the infield, Rice should have this one. He's got it, and there's 2 away.
That was a good pitch to hit right down the heart of the plate. Had pretty good timing on it.
The
Just
batter
got
number
underneath
5,
it a little bit and popped it
second
up.
baseman, Bryson.
2 outs, base is empty.
Stop.
So digging in now for Philadelphia, Bryson Stott. He is struck out and he is walked. That one pushed foul, out of play off to the left.
All right, Yankees.
Next pitch
Ball,
is
that's
downstairs. Swings through that one for strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And downstairs. Back up the middle and a base hit. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
You'll often hear the phrase short to it, long through it, and that's a great example of it right there. Got the barrel in the hitting zone early, squared it up with the well-timed swing, and came away with a beautiful line drive into center field.
Here's Turner now.
No, that missed.
And that's downstairs. And that is ball 1.
You can do it, Yanks.
Right through there for a strike. Stop. Leads off first with 2 down to the inning.
Come on, Yankees.
Swing and a hard hit grounder to third. And that's a fair ball. Coming home. The relay to the plate. And he's out.
Got him. That's
Cut down, and that ends the inning.
Always exciting to see a play at the plate. Trying to score with 2 outs, but the tag just gets him in time, and they cut down the run to end the inning.
Bottom of the 7th. Now here's Trent Grisham. That one
That's a
inside. And that's ball 1. Just
That's low.
missed.
That's a ball.
That one finds the zone, and it's 2-1 now.
In today's game, not that many fastball counts, but hitters still in the back of their minds, they're looking for one. 2-0 changeup call right there. Excellent pitch selection to go with.
That one the other way,
Foul.
and it goes just foul. The 2-2. That's a little bit low. That one misses.
Take your base.
So a leadoff walk.
Second walk of the game for him, and he's been really patient at the plate. The game plan that he's sticking to is just not going outside of what he's looking for up there.
And up to the plate comes Cody Bellinger. 0 for 3 in this one.
Hey, now let's go.
And the first
1-0.
pitch misses for ball 1.
Maybe losing command a little bit after the walk. Next pitch, not even close.
Nobody out. Runner at first.
Let's go, Yankees.
On the ground. Oh, great stop. To his knee, the throw. There's one. To first, not in time. Great effort there.
Just
The
a
right
beautiful
fielder,
play
number
right there to get it
99,
out. He dives to
Perez.
make the stop. Then a nice
Yeah.
feed from his knees. Knew he didn't have time to get up and make that throw. The throw beats the runner. That's that internal clock working.
Now it's Aaron Judge up to the plate. He's got the power, but great contact skills. One of the best contact hitter. Runner on the go. Judge rips that one. Puts it away for the out.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it, but in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
So here's the cleanup hitter, Ben Rice. His two-run homer back into third was an important swing of the bat in this one.
Yeah, there's no doubt he helped set the tone fairly early, and certainly part of the reason why they've got the lead right now.
Step off throw to first.
Too late.
Bellinger dives back.
One more time.
In there, and it's 0-1. Runner on the move. Strike in there. Throw to second. Great jump. And that is a stolen base. It wasn't even close.
You know, having a good lead is so key when you're stealing bases, even if you've got great speed. But if you don't have great speed but can get an extended lead and a good jump, you can steal bases on a catcher who can really throw it. That's a nice job right there.
Foul ball, still 0-2. 2 outs and 1 in scoring position. That's down and in. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. The Yanks lead 1. They're up 5-1.
Now pitching. for
Welcome
the
back,
New
and a
York
new arm on the
Yankees,
mound to start the 8th. Tim
number
Hill.
41.
And they felt it was time to bring on a left-handed reliever from the pen with the lefty hitter coming up. I
Leading
think
off
it's a
the
good move.
Philadelphia,
I know
the
I never
designated
liked when
hitter,
opposing teams
Kyle
did that to me.
Schwarber.
Schwarber leading things off and takes a strike.
There it was. 0-0. Here it is. Hit it. He gets a take. Gets ahead in the count.
No, that missed. That's a ball. 1-1.
And strike 2.
This guy's got such a good sinker. As a hitter, you've got to look up in the zone. If you look down, you're going to be chasing stuff in the dirt.
And it's even
No,
up.
that missed.
Really
That's a
good
ball.
take, especially with 2 strikes.
2-2.
Still 2-2 after the foul ball. Oh, that hit him.
Let's go.
Throw not in time. It's an unlikely infield
first baseman,
single.
number 3,
Definitely some
Rice.
concern here. That ball came back and got him right on the pitching arm, as you can see him trying to shake it off.
And if nothing else, you worry about him getting some dead arm and losing some feeling. But from what I can tell, I think they're going to let him continue, and that's a really good sign.
So a man at first. Bryce Harper stands in for the Phillies. And there's a foul ball.
Well, the leadoff man gets on. You want to minimize the threat by playing sound defense. Hopefully the pitcher can get a ball on the ground and they can roll him up for 2.
Runner at first with no outs here.
Let's go, Yankees. Show 'em how it's done.
Next offering is fouled back.
Let's go, Yankees.
Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Fights it off. He'll see another.
Also really good at bat. What I like about this guy, his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Gives him the ability to foul off tough pitches.
That misses the zone. Going to count 1 and 2.
And that's awfully close. I don't know how you take that. He's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well right now.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out.
That's tough. You see it well. I mean, that was clearly up and out of the strike zone, but that's one of the hardest things. And when you see a pitch out of the hand at eye level, that discipline to remember, I can't hit that pitch. If I can see it really well at eye level, I can't catch up to that pitch when a pitcher's got this kind of velocity.
Castellanos
That's the ball.
in the box with 1 away as he takes ball 1.
One ball, no strikes.
Lined, and that's a base hit. Around second is Schwarber. The throw in, and the throw's offline. Safe at third. Two on, 1 out. Here's JT Realmuto. Oh, he doesn't get the call, and it's 1-0.
1-0.
Runners are at the corners, 1 away.
Come on, Yankees.
On the ground to second, might be 2. Not in time. He's safe.
The center fielder, number 16, Brandon Marsh.
Manager out of the dugout, and he's going to make a change. Tim Hill departs. It's a 3-run game, and we'll be back to tell you about the new arm in a minute.
Now pitching for
The new
the
pitcher
New York
in the
Yankees,
game, Jonathan Loaisiga.
number 43.
Well, he's been excellent against left-handed hitters this
Jonathan.
year, and that's his first
Whoa,
test.
I think
This
that.
looks like a good move to the pin in terms of the matchup.
First and second, 1 out. And now the center fielder, Brandon Marsh, 1 for 3. Pitch is in there. That's strike 1.
Really good job in this spot to get ahead in the count. He's going to have to continue, finish off this hitter.
With the tying run at the plate, and we're in the top of the 8th. Missed with a changeup, and the count even 1-1.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
Line to left. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there's 2 away.
Well, such a confidence boost for a reliever to come into the ball game and get the first hitter he faces. Just makes everything slow down a little bit, and then from there can really settle in.
And digging in for Philadelphia, Max Kepler, 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a flyout. Just missed.
That's the ball.
Well, this is a critical spot for both the pitcher and the hitter. You can learn a lot about a guy by how he handles these pressure situations.
The tying run at the plate. Breaking ball through there for a strike.
Well, it's critical right here that they bear down and turn in some quality at bats. Try to chip away at that lead, because if it gets to the 9th, that closer's coming in.
And that one is downstairs, and it's 2-1. Tying run at the plate, and fouled off. In the dirt, and it scoots away. But all the runners hold. Edmundo Sosa next to bat for Philadelphia. 2 on, 2 outs. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. And that'll load the bases.
Well, a breaking ball in that 3-2 count kind of tells you that that's the pitch he has the most confidence in right now. Just couldn't find the strike zone.
And now for the Phillies, Edmundo Sosa. Yeah, don't need much damage here, just a base hit. Likely will score 2. Tap foul at the plate. Two outs. Out to short, Volpe. Off balance throw in time. They limit the damage here, so they get 1 but end up leaving the bases loaded. Home half of inning number 8 straight ahead. It's the Yankees 5 and the Phillies 2.
Pitching for the
Back
Phillies.
now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll
Number
into the
58.
bottom of the 8th, Tanner Banks.
Definitely a guy that pounds the strike zone, makes hitters earn their way on base, and rarely gets in trouble because of free passes.
And stepping in for
Leading
the
up
Yankees,
for the
Jazz
Yankees,
Chisholm Jr.
The second baseman, Jazz Chisholm Jr.
First pitch
Ball.
misses.
1-0.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air and makes the grab. 1 away.
The left fielder, number 24,
Jason Dominguez digs in now. In there for a strike at the bottom of the zone.
0-1. That's a ball.
Yankees up by 3. That one pushed foul. One down, base is empty. Fights that one away, still 1-2. Stays alive.
Flew open a little bit with that front shoulder, but was able to slow his bat down just enough to make contact with that pitch. Keep the at-bat alive.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
The batter, number
2 down,
11.
base is empty.
Shortstop,
And the batter will be
Anthony
the shortstop, Anthony Volpe.
Volpe.
0 for 3 with 2 groundouts and a strikeout. First pitch swinging.
Just a bit tardy there. Not
It's
sure
0-1.
if he had a hard time picking it up out of the hand or if he was sitting off speed.
On the ground right side. Oh, great stop. From his knees, the throw. And that's a great play for the out.
Making it look easy at the keystone position. Definitely worth another look. He'll get some high fives when he gets into the dugout.
Now pitching for
We're
the
back,
New York Yankees.
and on the mound is the closer, Devin
Number
Williams.
38.
He's been so good
Devin
against lefties.
Williams.
So digging in
Leading
now
off
for Philadelphia,
the second
Bryson
baseman,
Stott.
Bryson Stott.
And that one upstairs, ball 1.
1-0.
Swing and a miss.
It might be time to
1-1.
choke up a little bit. Get that front foot down early. Maybe even just spread out. He's really late right now.
Swing and a foul out of play. Off the plate
Nope.
inside.
Ball.
And now 2 balls and
2
2
balls, 2
strikes. That's out to center field. Grisham trying to get there. Makes the catch. And there's one away.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
And it's fouled away. On the ground, right side. Turner is out.
Couple of pitches and a quick out.
Now batting, designated hitter Kyle.
So it's their last chance in this
Schwarber.
one. Kyle Schwarber stands in for the Phillies. That hits the
1-0.
dirt, and that's ball 1. 2 down, nobody on. Here at the top of the ninth. Next offering is fouled back. Swing and a ground ball, and that one finds its way through. So he gets on base and keeps it going.
Now batting, the first baseman, Bryce.
Here is Bryce Harper. He's already homered in this game. Fastball for a strike at 95. Williams is just 1 strike away.
That's the ball.
That's outside. And the count 1-2.
Two and 2.
In the dirt, but kept close. The tag, and that's the ball game.
Well, this was a tightly played game. Got a little of everything. Some timely hitting, runs on the board, key pitching and defense in certain spots. Definitely a fun one to watch.
And your final score, 5-2. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Shambi saying so long.